Yeah, do they know you more so than anyone else who comes in?
I would think, yeah.
You
And-
see it
and-
first thing in the morning, last thing at night.
Yeah, and I see them as individuals
Okay.
because they are almost autistic. They have no cooperation genes.
Okay.
They don't help each other. They do everything alone. The birds are here at the same time, but they're not here together. They
Every
migrate
bird for
alone.
itself.
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
If you think about it, it makes sense because one little bird flying alone is no big deal. Where if they were to flock, then
Yeah, it could be a meal for somebody.
and they could also eat off all the available food on the way quickly.
And they mate and that's it. The husband doesn't do anything
Nope.
to feed, bring
No.
the chicks along.
No. Nothing.
They don't call them chicks. What would they call the babies?
Chicks, babies. Yeah. And once they leave the nest, mom's been with them too.
Yeah.
She can. A female hummingbird in the 4 weeks of tending the nest
Yeah.
can lose like 25% of her body mass. And she needs to make it back. So gravity teaches them to fly.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any babies tonight, but I have been seeing. The way to spot them is that they're clumsy in the air. They fly with their butts kind of dragging because they haven't learned how to engage their tail feathers yet.
Sure.
And they're clumsy.
Sure.
Whereas
Just like any baby.
Yeah. And it's hilarious because
Now, do they play like babies? Do they kind of, there's no social, like,
No.
Sure. No.
they have a real imperative to get and find food.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like you say, they've got to consume X amount of their body weight every day just to stay alive.
Yeah. Huh? And they can starve to death in an afternoon.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And all the birds have a real detailed, like Google map thing of the surrounding 36 miles.
Okay.
They know where every food, every shelter, and every water source is. And if I were to take all these down, they'd just go somewhere else and not give it a second thought.
Yeah. They have a secondary, third, fourth, watering hole. I know that this person's going to have food out. And if they don't, next. So what and behind that one, it's got a little bit of a collar. Does that indicate that it's a male? Or
The ones
part of
with the
its dressing?
colorful faces are the males.
Yeah.
They're in the flash and the females do all the work.
Sure.
But the female hummingbirds have absolute control over the eating process.
They decide who's going to be the partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I think that's quite similar in a lot of the bird kingdom, isn't it?
the costas have a wild mating ritual. The first thing they do is they hover in front of the female vertically while wagging their tail back and forth, and then they flex their face muscles so it looks like they have a metallic purple octopus on the face.
Oh, okay.
And if she likes that, they go up to about 80 feet and do a power dive right in front of her. And if she likes that, they fight.
And they have a little fight.
Because if he can't fight, she doesn't mind.
Isn't that something?
She'll
And
think
yet
it-
they don't need to fight. Like what would
Oh, they need to fight all the time.
But each other.
Each other and predators.
Okay.
I've seen one hummingbird drive a roadrunner away from the olive tree where her nest was.
Okay. Now I see that. Yeah.
Someone in a Facebook group I know has had them chase off the sparrows and stuff that are also using this water fountain. They're like, no, this is my water fountain.
Yeah.
I need to bathe here.
There's some woodpeckers that come and they like to use the hummingbird feeders. And the hummingbirds try and chase them off and the woodpeckers are like, nah.
Yeah, one wing beat.
They'll parry with their beak or they'll just let them bounce off of them.
Is that a small honeybee or is that a wasp?
No, that's a bee.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have wasps here. The desert doesn't deal with them.
This guy keeps on the back because he's got a green spot right in the middle of his head.
Yeah. Once they find something, and if you come back another day, they'll remember you. I've been to the reservation, to the canyons there where they have thousands of black chins, and there are birds there that will recognize me because they've been here.
No, I'm pretty used to it.
Although, what's your name? Steve. Steve was saying that it's a feral cat, and it has, on occasion, taken one.
Oh no!
Well, they defend themselves.
They'll dive on me and poke her in the eyes.
Really?
But she had to feed herself for the first part of her life, and she's not going to stop. Most of the time, she rarely gets one. And if I get there in time, the bird's okay.
Oh. Well, that must drive her nuts to have all these birds.
Oh, it does. She'll chatter and just get all twitchy.
No kidding. Poor thing.
I starved for years, and now I've got all this sitting right in front of me.
And I can't get it.
Yeah.
I've known this girl for about 7 years.
The one that's just with you.
Yeah. She was flying on one of her first trips and only made it to the rocks there.
Yeah.
So I scooped her up and put her in the feeder. Yeah. And we've been tight ever since. It is.
What's the lifespan of a hummingbird?
9 years is top.
I didn't realize they would die.
But they have strokes, they have heart attacks, they're under a whole lot of stress.
They start doing that. That's a lot of fun. 9 years
Yeah.
80 beats per second.
Mm-hmm. At night, they really slow down. They go into a suspended animation thing called torpor, and their heartbeat slows, their respiration slows. The pancreas and kidneys keep working just to keep them. Yeah.
You must have some of the local media stop by and have a chat with you.
Yeah. Fred Rogan has a show here on weekdays. He's been out a couple of times. Some of the weather people like to use the hummingbirds for the weather.
Sure.
How did they survive the wind in the last couple of years?
They ride it. They were flying all through it because
They must have been, because we were gone. So we were in Anaheim. And my feeders still draining. Yeah. So they were obviously going back and forth between that tree and the feeder.
yeah, they can do hovering and all that precision flying in high gusting winds. And they eat in the rain.
Yeah. Yeah, marvelous. Look at that little tail.
Yeah.
The precision in which they can, even get their beak into that tiny little hole.
Huh?
Yeah. The speed in which they do it, and they never miss.
Oh, they do.
Do they?
Yeah. Well, that guy is. And it's just their little tongue that comes out.
Yeah.
Lick it up.
Yeah. When their tongue hits the water, it splits.
Yeah.
And on the inside, they have little pouches that work like buckets. And when they retract their tongue, it squeezes all the nectar out, and retracting their tongue opens their esophagus. So their tongue works like a pump.
Good. Pumpkin. More drinks before bed.
Me too.
You had 2 or 3 on yours at one point. There's competition going on. This is a young one.
That's a female cuss. You can tell because she's got a very subtle stripe of yellow down her back.
Yeah.
Almost 9 years. I didn't know it when I moved here that there were so many hummingbirds here. I was a musician when I retired in Las Vegas. And I love the desert, but I'm not all that enamored of Las Vegas.
Keyboard or guitar?
Strings.
Violin?
Yeah. Harp. And guitar and banjo and mandolin. Yeah. Hey, if they had money, I'd learn to play.
Yeah.
I was absolutely mercenary and shameless. I made most of my money doing jingles.
Musician, you do what it takes.
Exactly.
You're doing jingles for radio?
Radio, TV, did soundtracks.
Yeah. Pianist for about 12 years. Tracking clones. Canada. Saskatchewan.
Been all over Canada. I have friends in Victoria. U.S. refugees.
Ah, okay.
Well, they had already done some Canadian citizenship and their kids are dual.
Yeah.
And after Trump got elected the second time, they said, nope, we're out of here.
We're going.
Don't blame them.
Yeah.
Different times, so it's down there. Okay,
It'll be interesting. I don't see them running much longer. Just hope.
You only see the land on this.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
It is
Also, there was a changing of the guard, that's for sure. Get back to some kind of normalcy. mat on for his northern neighbor. Figure that out. Yeah, they're pretty.
Now they're going to really start staying and getting as much as they can.
Okay. Has anybody been posting the ice?
Not today that I've seen.
Today,
Today.
In the last 10 minutes.
I got glasses, so I'm gonna go.
I have another cat, a big tabby,
Yeah.
and he is so cool around the hummingbirds that he can be in my lap and I can have a hand feeder with a
So they don't
hummingbird
care.
at it, and he
Oh,
doesn't
wow.
care.
Pretty cool.
He got school. You'd be here looking at them and they'd dive down and bait.
Yeah.
And they're so fast. By the time they know they're being attacked, it's already over and done. Here it comes.
Okay. Yeah, now they want the high-tech stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, they like that over there too. Wow.
Yeah, there's like every button stuff on there.
All the holes.
They'll start doubling up and doing holding patterns.
Yeah.
And they do this all without air traffic control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never go on strike.
Nope. And I've only seen mid-air collisions that were on purpose. I've never seen them have accidental collisions.
They got a mat on for somebody.
Yeah, I've
Territorial.
had them go to war with each other, and both of them had that. Yeah.
Really?
Really?
A collision that hard.
Wow.
Well, there's nothing to them. I can imagine. Well, that one just gave me a haircut. Not that I needed one.
When I find a dead hummingbird, I call the rescue, and they send somebody to collect it because they use it for ceremony.
Oh.
I don't know what they do. I figure if they felt it was important for me to know, they'd tell me.
Probably good they're carrying on some of those traditions.
Well, they've been living closely with the hummingbirds for 8,000 years.
Yeah.
And what? We're on 24.
Yeah. Well, I learned quite a bit today, but I didn't realize that there's a group of natives that have an affinity with a particular hummingbird.
Yeah, very cool. They have a whole cycle of songs and dances that they do that tell the story of seeing the hummingbirds and finding the fresh water, the sheltered canyons, and the desert in front of them to keep enemies away. Contact with them wasn't made until the middle of the 19th century. That's one of the reasons they ended up in a much better position than a lot of the other First Nations.
That makes sense.
Well, they own title to half the land here.
Yeah.
This is California. It's a checkerboard thing. They have a square mile for the city and a square mile for the nation.
Okay. Yeah, that's...
And they've really, over the last 20 years, they've really begun having an impact in the social and political life here. Their museum and spa downtown is wonderful.
And when you say downtown, we're close?
Yeah.
We just came in today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like on Indian Canyon in Toronto.
We're just going on,
Even if you're
What
not a
is it, Palm
spa
Canyon-
person, it's a lovely
Palm
spot
Canyon
to check
Drive?
out.
What's
And then
that?
that one's
What's that?
the spa. Even if you're not a spa person, it's worth at least one visit.
Yeah.
It's really nicely done.
okay.
I think so.
Yeah, now you can see they're just really, okay, this is the last hurrah, huh?
And then as suddenly as they arrive, they'll suddenly leave.
Is that right? Okay.
And they stay for the hand feeders at the last because they know it's the,
The good stuff.
yeah. Sometimes when I see a bird get the hand feeders for the first time, it reminds me of the first time I had single malt scotch. It's like, my life just changed.
Wait a minute, where you
Nectar of the gods. Hey, come on, my turn. All right.
I had the sober coming on 32 years.
Well, good for you.
Wow.
Well,
Oh,
congrats.
I got one.
Oh, you got a picture?
Yes,
My life's complete. But I wasn't leaving until that happened.
That was a chicken cook. Mine was more of a touch and go. Mine was a touch and go, like the ear just full on.
Yep.
Where are you sitting there? So we can find this on YouTube?
Yeah. Palm Springs Hummingbirds is the channel. And you'll be on tonight. I have subscribers in Ukraine.
You're on it?
They watch from
Yeah.
bomb shelters. When the Russians invaded, because I'm in AA, I found a meeting here that I've been attending every Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah. They watch these videos from bomb shelters. And the group that I know has had to move their bomb shelters 6 times.
It just seems like that war is never ending.
I've sent them hummingbird feathers and stuff that they put on their helmets and uniforms. The Apache word for hummingbird is tahia. And there's a group in the meeting that man an anti-aircraft battery, and they call themselves the Tahia Battery.
Well, that's pretty cool.